scaling, telling and also slowly fingerprints go.
So I'll say bye, bye, bye when I don't wanna leave. It is fine, 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 cause darling, I have seen these things don't change and you're the same and this will never be. I'm tired of chasing you and your idea of me. It's not the words you say or the things you live. No stress around that, oh, you're so full of shit. All smiles and smoke the lies and hope, cause I can barely see how good you live our life. This goddamn carefree, though is it time to stop living a lie? Maybe it's all the same, will I ever know? I'll drop that face and face the Lord, this is my guarantee. Goodbye to chasing you, my all perfect me. So I'll say bye, bye, bye when I don't wanna leave. It is fine, 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 cause darling, I have seen these things don't change and you're the same and this will never be.
Can you imagine floating weightless, like a satellite in the black sky? Will I eventually evaporate into a black hole? Or would I just stick up there? I know I sound a little crazy. I just wonder if the empty space would make me go insane. But if there's only one thing I do know, I'm here. Switch. Switch. Switch.
bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster. Going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
Oh, he's very close. Don't slip off. What a king! Was that an ace? I mean, he doesn't even get to redeem himself on the Maverick trip. Okay, he's lying. Oh, he's gonna get picked up by Jetcheck.
Hello and welcome to the UNSW Esports Contenders Cup for Term 2 2025, the ultimate set of tournaments for our amazingly talented UNSW community. We're here to bring you all to the action and analysis from 4 thrilling games in this series. So we've got Marvel Rivals, CS2, Valorant and League. This tournament is designed for both experienced and new players to get involved in playing their favorite games on a competitive stage. We have some amazing teams and players who will be battling out full glory and prizes. So you can watch the games live on our Twitch channel, where we'll be also giving you some exclusive insights from our analysis and interviews with the players. So don't go anywhere, because there's a lot of exciting matches coming up. So UNSW Contenders Cup is proudly sponsored by our friends over at Gigabyte Aorus. So thank you to them for supporting the UNSW esports community and players by providing some amazing Aorus products as prizes for the teams, who claim their spot as the winners for the UCC tournaments. So check them out on their socials over on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and show them our love and thanks.
Thank you as well. Remember, if you're looking to take for more casual gaming with other games that could not necessarily be esports, join our Discord to take part in weeklies every Friday. They'll also maybe stream on this account, as well as to get involved in other events that are in person, including hangouts and society dinners. You could also meet some very cool people that are just involved in the scene, whether it's people you can talk to if you want to delve deeper into what might be esports, or just to chill and hang out as we play games together online. You can also join us to watch the latest esports, including CS Majors, VCT Valorant, OWCS, League Worlds, or even our own university teams competing against other universities all throughout the week.
So we're kicking off today with CS2. We are in the sort of final stage of this tournament, and as you can see, looking towards that losers round 2, towards the losers finals here, we have LRH versus Defenseless Bisons, and the winner going up against ANGW in the grand finals. So exciting 2 best of 3s on today, and we will be starting with that LRH and Defenseless Bisons matchup. We watched Defenseless Bisons quite a bit last week. We saw their 2 matches, and as well as LRH, but it was fun to watch the Bisons and sort of pick apart what they do well and what they can improve on. But yeah, excited to see if they've fixed up some of those things when they come into LRH, because I do think they will be a stronger opponent compared to what they've been up against previously.
Yeah, it was a really fun time watching Defenseless Bisons play kind of the hero's journey as they tried to solve their own mistakes throughout the entire event. But I think LRH, they might be a little bit not as warm as other teams. They haven't really played as much in this UCC tournament. But I do think they are that higher quality. They are really on par with ANGW. So we'll see if we can get to see the same Defenseless Bisons improvement that we saw from them last week.
Yeah, that is true. I think they really did improve even over the course of the BO3, and were able to take it over Guzzlers, I believe it was. So excited to see how that goes. I wonder what they're going to look for in terms of maps here, because in the works, I think, for the sort of fundamentals of CS. But yeah, and I think Ancient we'll see is a bit more traditional. So if it does get to that as well, we'll see who. Well, when it does get to that, we'll see who can take it over.
Yeah, I'm hoping here we do get to map 3. I'm hoping that it's something 1-1. Because I really want to see Train. It is the least played map.
Yeah.
Maybe for a reason, but I feel like at a level, it's honestly easier to play than Anubis in Ancient. You can play one way the entire way, and it'll work for you. It's honestly a very puggy map. But
Yeah,
like, you
it
have to
is.
understand it first before it becomes a puggy map.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think you kind of have sort of the base utility down to make it kind of like that, but otherwise it just kind of is really tough, I think, for especially for T side. But I think it's kind of a nostalgic map. I mean, it's Train. Like, I don't know. It's just like throws me back to 10 years ago. So
Yeah, a very different Train. They're very different. It's not.
that is true. That is
I
true.
played a little bit of old Train, but I'm more of a CS2 player. I never really played Go too much. I may have played like 10 maximum games of Train, but like I like both versions, and this is what I play the most.
That is
so.
true. That I forget they did change it like quite a lot in CS2. But still, I mean, if you've got trains everywhere, it's gonna be an interesting and a puggy kind of map. So yeah, like you said, it'd be exciting if we get to see map 3. Yep. So I think we'll be underway soon, just as the players do get set up.
Yeah, I think we're just ready for one more as he has disconnected from the server just then.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of tech issues, as it wouldn't be a UCC without people DCing.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't take about 5 hours. I think that's the record that I've seen. That was very fun.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. I can't say I've had a 5 hour wait. But yeah, I mean, like we said, I think we'll see sort of any of Bison's sort of mistakes might be kind of obvious in a map like an Anubis. But if they do keep it simple, like you've said, just play for the simple strats, play for that little bit of a CT push. We'll see if they do start on CT. Actually, I didn't see which side they were starting.
I'll see. I think Defenseless Bisons, they may have chosen CT side. I don't know whose map is which, but Defenseless Bison is CT.
Well, there you go. I mean, I actually don't hate it. I think the responsibility kind of does fall on the T side of this map because it's like, kind of good for them. So, yeah, it kind of does simplify it a bit, I guess, but they could be playing for a big deficit here.
Yeah, honestly, when you're plugging Anubis, pitching CT side isn't even that bad, because it's kind of easier to play CT. It's not going to win more rounds as CT, it's just like, it's easier to play at a base level. And honestly, keeping T side to close out your map isn't even the worst. It's like
yeah. That is actually a nice thing. If it's kind of like, let's see how many rounds we can get on the CT side, because then when it gets to the C side, right, we can sort of come alive. But then you could say like we don't know how good Bison's T side is because it is hard. So yeah,
it's kind of funny that one of my previous teams were so bad on our first maps and stuff that like. We honestly thought about choosing the worst side on our first map just so that like we'd use that to warm up and just throw the first half, and then like in the second half we'd be warm and we'd be shooting.
Hey man, I mean that's honestly a valid strategy. So maybe that's what they're going for here. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you're the underdog, it is actually kind of like a pretty smart idea to try and sort of play for your second half, play for a bit of a warm up. But yeah, we should be underway in just a moment.
Yeah, I think we are still looking at 9 out of 10 players in the server. I don't know where, I think CI has gone.
Okay.
If anyone
From
sees
which side, sorry?
Please point him in the direction of our server.
That would be from the LRH side, I think, right?
Yeah, it should be LRH.
Yeah.
Oh, he has just joined the server.
Huge.
Let's see if we can get the server ready. The game has started.
Okay, we will be getting underway now. And yes, as we've said, you know, this exciting Anubis map 1. Let's see what LRH can get done on this T side, as Bison's looking to play a safe and hopefully not too difficult CT side here, as we will see perhaps a setup for some B-main aggression. No, it does look like we're going to be playing the 1-3-1 here. Oh, and it's a mid-skirmish, Anubis Classic. And as the trades come through, 3 down on the side of LRH here. Those dualies doing work for Bisons.
Yeah, a little bit of team damage there from the T side as well. I think lining up there in mid as they came into the 3 dualies of mid.
Ah, no. Tame Lane also will pick up another. And now a 1v4 here, and JZS with the dualies cleans it up in the first round. Going the way of Bisons here on the CT side of Anubis.
Yeah, some common rounds coming out. The CT is often choosing to stack 3 into mid because it's like really easy rotating through canal, through mid, and back to the sites. But also like it counters the very common pod Anubis T side pistol, which is just doing 5 mid.
Yeah, exactly. But it actually worked out for them, so they will get a bit of an economy boost into this round
Kind
too.
of intriguing that they bought that smoke and flash. Like, I'm thinking that you go for the B contact or the A pop, but like no, just going mid with 5.
I mean, yeah, and credit to them. It did work out for them, so looks like LRH are going to set up for a slower round here. Looks like a bit more of a default, trying to get a pick with these eco guns. Yeah. Though they are leaning towards this
on
A
their
side.
side, so like these MP9s will chew them up from range. So like,
That is true.
I'm looking to get some money.
Flame prodding here, trying to find a lurking or a misplaced CT player, but they will think better of it and back off towards the canals here.
Yeah, I'm really liking this pizza position from, I think, one of the B players here. A very deep, long line into E-bots. And it's like, it's really strong. You'll see it here.
Yeah. And the T's just look like so suppressed here, even though there hasn't been that much map control from the CTs, but just because of the gun advantage. Oh, don't want to be shot out for too long range, but a mid pick does come through, and here they come out of connector 2 with a spray down, switching to the pistol and a 3rd. Wow, really well played from V-Shifts. This is a player to watch for these sort of big multi-kills and is able to get it done. So that was a great anti-eco here from Juventus Bisons.
Yeah, definitely. Our UNSW HAL player is really showing up in the anti-eco, getting the eco kills there.
Yeah, on that HAL team for a reason. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, look, this is as clean a starter you could want for a CT side here, and it looks like LRH forced to eco again.
Yeah, maybe a couple of those deagles were a little bit too much of a pervert, just going down to 1300 in the last round here. Not really anything to show for it though, so like,
Yeah,
they
that's
will
the
be going
thing.
into a big deficit.
I think they were playing for maybe a couple of picks there. They were sort of banking on the fact that they could maybe shoot a bit better and get at least 1 or 2, but just left with nothing. And now another Tech 9 round with the deagle.
Yeah, it's a very similar round. These T's setting like blocked very heavily A main, but Flame.
Ricky does manage to pick Flame here as they push towards A main. They are mollied off with a double molly and are going to think better of it, backing off here. The
Yeah,
bomb
no real
is
threat here as the CTs are just playing that 2A setup for the past couple rounds against the pistols.
Yeah. And they're set back to a default, but there is a bit of mid-aggression here. We're going to look for a contact up towards JZS. HE, good for a bit of damage. Oh, and a player has come out of A main
I think he
as another
knows.
pick is found on the other side. Now, does he know? Oh, doesn't, but he's able to get the flick on, and Ricky unable to get the spray
He's
down.
solo here for the moment.
Oh yeah, this is 1v3. It does have a bit of support now. JZS picks up 2 with the MP9 at range. Scardo looking, and JZS with another.
It started looking a lot rougher than what we saw in Inferno in the last week, so maybe he is heating up.
Yeah. I think.
He's
Yeah, that is
heater on
true.
in his room. He's defrosting his fingers.
It probably is really cold in his room as it is. I think it is kind of a nice day today though. So.
I sat in the sun, but I don't think any of these players are playing outside. Hopefully not.
Yeah, we're not sure if they've been outside actually since the last match. Just been grinding CS. And now the T's able to finally pick up these rifles and it just the early aggression from the CTs. Tamerlane actually does manage to trade out Flame.
Yeah,
Ricky
not too structured there. Just like take a mate and go out of a main. I mean, it's bound to work, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it at all. I think you take away take away an AK and lose an MP9.
Yeah, the CTs here, even if they lose this round, do have the buy into net, so like there's no real big stress on this round for them. They can play like pretty comfortably.
Yeah, exactly. They do have a very heavy B lean in terms of their setup. Tamerlane gonna look for a bit more aggression towards mid. Oh, did he leg him? That was crazy. Spraying through the smoke. Bit of leg damage there.
Yeah, these T's though, not taking the gap onto A allows him to get back onto the A side.
These T's will be executing A. They do have two defenders on the site now. Tamerlane gonna be looking for the first contact. Unable to get the headshot, and they do cross into the pillar, but JZS always ready. One gets the second as well, and Tamerlane has picked up the third. Now they're looking towards Sai, who's managed to come in through the flank, gets a headshot and another through the smoke, can get the spray on the third, manages to pull it down in time. 10 HP left, and clutches the round for this LRH side.
Yeah, massive. I think he picked off both the mid players coming through there as the second mid player, and then just like one taps the guy through smoke onto A side.
That was crazy. Yeah, that's a really big hero play, because it was looking very dire there for this LRH
the CTs
side.
had the perfect like rotation. They had two on like crossfire even before the T's came on, but it's just like he's better.
Yeah, I mean, even that would have even like forced another save, I think, right? Although maybe the lost moments would have been enough, but now, I mean, even still, the utility not looking too good, but enough to maybe execute. They've set up towards this A side here.
We do see the AWP out from the CTs pretty early.
Yeah. Flame opting to buy this so early, winds himself and can't see the player down on the other side of Canal.
Yeah, that's what you love to see.
That's great, honestly. Oh, does manage to get the micro flick onto CL. And we'll be very happy with that.
Good rotation as well. Gets that pick and smokes it off to change his angle. But I mean, there's no extra presence towards the A side for the CTs as they walk in.
Yeah, this is going to be a very, very rough hold here for the CTs, but they are just running out of the smoke into an AUG and are going to get picked off by Tamerlane and JZS. They have been the heroes of this team before, and they're really locking down the A site. Oh, and Ricky, though, always ready. Manages
Almost
to get
the
two in the
third there.
mid-rotates. Almost the third. Tamerlane watching the bomb. Does manage to spot the head and gets the spray down onto 2010.
Yeah, going through the A main smoke, I just don't think it's ever good. Unless like you have like a full Molotov like flash ad set, but they just go through dry. That's gotta be tilting. If someone's told that, like just go through smoke, trust. No, don't.
They really just try pick like one, also kind of one by one through the smoke there. That was very interesting play. I think they were really relying on the crutch of the mid player. And
Ricky did his
Ricky
best
did
though.
get
He got two.
Ricky got 2.5, so you got to give it to him. But man, like, what was that strategy? They are going to come through a B main really fast here though, and just going to get mopped up and quick scope through the smoke. Although
2v2 though.
CI does pick up a few trades, and now it's a 2v2, 2v1 now as JZS finds the first, and Tamerlane shutting that down because it was very scary.
Yeah, that was very close. I mean, they knew that AWP was on B side from the last round, but like he was shot down AWP and close. It's like it's very sketchy. I think in that situation, the Chiefs just have to give their AWP a sacrifice him and play like the rifles from longer range. But I mean, it works out, but close.
I just want to point out, Tamerlane just dropped the AWP on the ground for a Mac 10. And now they don't have an AWP.
Okay.
I think it was spamming E or something, and he just picked up the Mac 10. I don't know why. Oh my gosh. Although, oh, look at this crunch onto the A main position in water here. And
Yeah, I mean, the CT is not getting punished for any of their aggression over the rounds, and it is what is leading to these early man advantages, making it really easy to play into the late and mid round.
yeah, they were able to clutch one before, but the 3v5 deficit now is quite a insurmountable mountain if you just play defense now for this CT side. Maybe if they just smoke main, the T's will run through it and allow for a free win. But It
They
doesn't
are kind of
look-
spread here, but like they're full cleared mid, and they should be like really stacking towards this A side.
Yeah, you would think they have really cleared this mid, but I mean, it looks like they are now doing it, just a little bit late.
There's your
That
A main
lurk-
smoke.
Lurk
Tempting.
player now going to get a contact. Oh, that was a beautiful shot actually at the 2010. And
Yeah,
another
they're
picked
coming
off. Yeah, I mean, they kind of have to. They're really crunched here. Oh my gosh, there's no way he's able to pick up two here. With the
God's
Mac 10
work from the
slowing
Mac
down.
10 though. Two full rifles just taken out by a Mac 10 walking out of an A main smoke.
Are you
Cinema.
serious? That was cinema. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And
Like the
yeah.
aggression though from the city is like immaculate. Like double out ebots take one and the A main player walks, and then even after that they have man advantage, but they still double walk through B and full clear the map to like not like have any chance of like letting these cheese rust.
I think they were listening to you before the before the match. I think they were,
My fault, LRH.
Whoops. they might have picked up a little tip there, but I mean, even so, like you still need to execute it, right? And they've been doing it really well. The timing has been immaculate. They've been managing to catch backs turned and pinch players in water. So they are doing it really well. Although the T side now surely aware of the CT aggressive players are ready for it, and it does look like there is nothing allowed through as we're set into a sort of defaulty kind of round.
Yeah, this is being what the third done round. I'd honestly call it a full buy, but because I don't have any util. I don't think I've seen like a set piece of utility thrown throughout the past like 7 rounds. So this is a full buy for them. They have the
Yeah, I
duns.
suppose.
That's all they need.
You could call it a force, but it's just a full buy. It's just a full buy. Flame did pick up one with the AWP, by the way, over towards B. And now this mid-aggression also punished. Flame is just doing so much work with this AWP. And, oh, they're going to leave A here.
I don't even
Bomb
think it
is
matters that they've given over A and the P's
Yeah.
are perfect timing. Flame was 3 in the round.
That's crazy. Bomb down, 2010 rather, shutting him down finally.
Caster's curse, he has dropped.
Yeah, actually one shot after we just gassed him up, but B Shift's gonna walk out of main here. Oh wow, nice shot with the scout.
They honestly have a makings of a round here.
Yeah, it is possible. 2v3 though, JZS good for 1. Very solid player here for Bisons, and it looks like this round will be secured.
Choosing to save the AWP.
A 7th on the CT side for defenseless Bisons.
Yeah, I mean, you take that. I honestly wouldn't care if they lost 4 rounds in a row. They've done their part.
Yeah, that's it, right?
And more.
And more, exactly. And this is a complete reversal of what we were expecting.
Hopefully we have to see a starter getting some action. Hasn't really seen too many people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true. Poor Escato.
I mean, what can you do? JZS taking all your kills. I think it's like 15 and 2 right now.
That is true. JZS is coming alive, as he usually does. Though Ricky able to get the opening now in the
It's
E-box
starter
position.
time.
Tamer Lane always good with that AUG. Manages to pick up 2.
I don't know what was happening there, Boomer, but Estrada may have been blocking them from entering B site in the smoke.
Scotto might get a turned back here onto Ricky. Scotto walks out of E-box here. Oh, manages to, or rather decides against it. Although, we'll peek it now, please.
I think they have info on bomb though. Wait, surely, right?
I think they might. Maybe not wanting to risk anything. Although now peeking into an AWP. Ricky isn't going to miss that one.
Choosing to give it up here. I mean, sure, because Tamer Lane's low, but I mean, you have the man advantage there, and you have the Evo's players saying B's all clear, but just unlucky timing, I think, allowing Ricky to get the AWP.
This T side going to be looking back towards B. Bisons have made the right read, but are a bit late, I think, on this rotation. And looks like Flame will be the one to make the first contact onto these E-box players. Oh, manages to spot the back. Does get the spray down. Not ready for the second, but manages to get away in time as the molly comes down. And, oh, and a nice setup here from JZS and Flame. The cross just annihilating these two as the aim. I would have loved to have seen the shot onto Ricky. That guy had it all. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ricky here is the only saving grace for this LRH team. He's the only one like really getting like big impact. Like he's hitting those 2-3 in mid, very important. Like he's hitting them as opening pits pretty much. It's like they're like really high impact, but his team is still like managing to like lose these rounds, which is I mean, frankly quite astounding.
Yeah, not what you would have expected, but I mean, like we said, these players maybe looking to warm up a little bit into this BO3.
Yeah,
Fingers might be a
definitely.
bit cold as we go to attack timeout here.
I think
Four Bisons actually.
Yeah, for the CTs. I wonder what they'll whip out after this 30-second like chance to talk to one another. Because already, I think they've done all the aggression plays already. It's like, are you gonna now play super defensive? That's the switch up, but I mean.
Yeah, but so how many? They've got 2 rounds. Is it 3
I
rounds?
think they got 3 more left. So yeah.
3 rounds. Yeah, just kind of lock it down. I mean, we've broken their eco so many times. They've been force buying with no util. Like we just kind of just play CT here. It kind of works. They don't have much to use as a T side.
Yeah, I think just the lack of start smokes is really like hurting this T side. There's no like E-bot smokes, no.
Yeah.
Or, like,
Even the
left side
E-box
B
smokes,
smokes.
like
Yeah,
the
it's like
first one you
you're
learn.
letting them have you're letting them have 10 alpha free pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, the more defensive start here from the CTs.
First thing you learn when you set up in a team is like throw the Noobers Evox smoke. Like you need that as a T side. Oh,
Nope.
Great shot by V Shifts. It's the flick on, finishing off what Tamerlane started. Now look at this mid aggression though. They are going to be able to get into this A side, and it is relatively open, but the shots are just too good from this Bison side. Gets 2, nearly a third. JZS, the star of this team, and Escato finally on the board. Actually MVP of this round.
Yeah, I mean, wonderfully played by JZS. I mean, he probably wasn't expecting the bomb to come Mac 10 running him down in heaven, but I mean, you take it as like he stacks up a 9th round on the CT side.
Yeah. That anti-eco
Even
getting
as
into a
this
9th.
lower bracket team coming in, LRH did go further in the upper bracket, so like you'd expect them to be the more favorites to win this.
Yeah, exactly, and that's sort of what we were thinking, but it doesn't seem to be that case at all. All the like components of the Bison's team that have won them so far, won them games, are working flawlessly, and just with no like pressure in terms of utility from this T side. Oh, great shot. Flame through the corner of the box. Nice flick down as their T player peeked more closely. And now, bit of a skirmish here in B main. Does manage to get 1, and actually a second pick is found.
JZS
And
is already
now-
here though.
3v3. You've got to deal with JZS. The timing is rough there, and the T's will find another in Canal as they look towards this A
I don't think
side.
they know where they're going. It allows a starter to get another kill in mid.
Yeah. That advantage sort of evaporated just then. 2v2 now, and now they're like, the CTs know where they are. They kind of just have to maybe force this A site, and it does look like they will be walking into only 1 defender.
JZS, though, I think in heaven, playing fully for retake, not really exposed to anything. A really good angle here. So like he's looking to play that for the percentages, the 2v2 after the bomb is down.
But not really forced to do anything, although I would wonder if they'll hear the rotates. No, they won't. Now they are going to call it though, as the rotates come through, but this will be an open B site. The bomb will go down.
Yeah. A full belt on one of these T players. On a CT player, I mean, they can block off E-bots and probably win the round, but that's on them to make the correct gamble.
Yeah, they've got 2 players in this E-box position. They might not expect the second, if only 1 contact's here. Oh no, they are both going to take the contact. I think both were spotted just then, but JZS left in a 1v2 now.
The player
Is-
you want, though.
It is the one you want. Taps the bomb. They do have to peek this. Oh, but isn't able to get the shot, and CI won't miss that.
A little bit of fire coming through from the final rounds here on their T side.
Yeah, I mean, 9-3 is winnable. 10-2 is a big ask, so this T side will be looking for a 9-3. Let's see, maybe they've got a trick up their sleeve though in this CT side of Anubis. I mean, Bisons have made it work so well. Oh, here we go. Wow.
I think
It
that's
is
it.
Was that mid? Okay, I thought that
I think that's mid.
That's the mid. Never mind, it's not the E-box smoke. And again, Tamerlane with early aggression. They're not really ready for it, although now are aware. No way he gets the spray down on the second. That was actually masterful. Well played from Tamerlane, and he actually, oh no, he does eventually get picked off.
But not expecting the third or the fourth.
Oh my gosh. The fourth coming out of B main, and so it's 3v1, so the bomb is down, and Ricky left in 1v3. Again, kind of the play you'd want, but this will be...
I think the round's too far down, the bomb was all the way in B main. I honestly didn't see what happened. What was happening there, and I was so focused on Tamerlane getting like kind of a false timing from a guy running away, running into 3, but I didn't notice the three other players behind him. You know what?
Yeah, I also thought it was a Tamerlane solo play. I noticed the 3 others. They weren't ready for the third or the fourth player there. V-Shift's gonna be investigating B main. Ricky is actually tucked here. All backs turned here. Hang on. Oh no, it does look like Flame is watching this position, and now
has to dismantle the boost.
well played from Bisons, honestly. The boost, no one expects the boost, but the dismantle would have been very, that is risky.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that round there was just like, no one was watching B main, despite the fact there being the 3 people there. One guy just kind of left her mid, and the other guys were behind pillars, looking at walls.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, honestly, I like the call. It's last round. Let's just 5 rand rush B main, guys. Let's go. Like, honestly, like, I mean, it worked. It worked because who's expecting the 4th guy?
Yeah, a little bit more structured I'm expecting here. They have 2 sets of utility on this T side as they walk towards A.
Does look like they have somewhat... Look, this is amazing utility, actually. He's able to get the flashes out, although, yeah, V-Shift's trading it back, and another Escado coming alive, picking up another, and this is their site. 1-man advantage, although they've got V-Shift's hiding perfectly in front of the smoke, and just get 2, and Flame will finish the last, and Bison's looking comfortable on the first round of their T-side on Anubis.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was expecting more from LRH when I saw when that pistol around the utility came through, but I mean,
wow.
Here we have Defense's Bison showing them how it's done.
It's actually crazy. They clearly did their research, at least on Anubis.
Yeah, this Defense's Bison team's no longer the team of last week where they spent 8 rounds, 15 mistakes.
Exactly, like the completely transformed team. Like, if you just look at the utility alone in that round compared to what they did on Inferno, for example, crazy difference. Here we are. Ricky has an MP9 here and doesn't even get one. Escado going to shut him down. That MP9 up to no good, and JZS actually gets another. And the force buy from LRH did not go as they planned. They do manage to trade 2 back. It's a 3v3 now. Actually, a 3. I know it is a 3v2 now. So it will be a difficult round, but it is possible. Does get the first. Now 1v2 left on 2010. It is possible. No 1 player. Tag low, no kit. Oh, it needs this tap. Time's ticking. JZS just talked. Oh, great shot from JZS.
There was a chance there if they were overswing, but yeah, JZS kind of playing for the runner and the other person playing for the bomb. I think it's just over from there. I mean, yeah. If it was on best round, just run it back.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they were expecting the MP9s. Probably not, but it didn't matter. Didn't matter. They just shot better.
Yeah, the final buy here from the CT is if the T's do want to take this out in this round.
Yeah, 12-2. This is very, very dominant from Defense's Bisons.
Yeah, you see that they're a little bit more passive, but I mean that gets punished when someone just goes looking.
Yeah, JZS isn't going to miss that shot, and they will get control of mid all the way to upper mid here, and they are going to push now towards onto it. Oh my gosh, it does get traded back. Scotto picks up 2 with the headshots on the AK. Now. And this will be an open B site. 2 versus 4 for LRH. It's do or die in this map.
I mean, the T should have an inkling to know where they're coming from. They have everything but this area.
Oh, wow. And 2010 now. 1 versus 4. MP9 only in their hand. Jiggly trying to find something, going up and down the stairs, reloading now, and Flame will clean you up for that. And a dominant Anubis from Defenseless Bisons, flipping the narrative 13-2, and just honestly better in every aspect from them. I cannot name one thing that they didn't do better than LRH in that map.
Yeah, I mean, it is that map hit, so you are expecting them to be a little bit more dominant, but not that dominant. It looked like you were looking at a difference between like a level 10 and like a level 4, just crazy. Like, at no point in that game did it look like they were ever out of control. It's just crazy, honestly.
I think it's a possibility that LRH were really not expecting an Anubis here from Bisons and were just completely unprepared for it. So we will get to see it on Ancient if they are more prepared in terms of utility.
I did see this out last week. I mean, they do look pretty good on Ancient, but I mean, I'm not gonna count out Defenseless Bisons anymore. Like, you guys looked very amazing. Very amazing. Very amazing.
Yeah, no, they are a great side, but yeah, I think we will jump to a break, I believe, and we'll be back shortly for map 2 on Ancient in this best of 3.
Tilt away from the ledge, constantly towing the edge, tempted to plunge, trying these quiet and lungs, trying to drown out the fun. Can you tell me it's not the same out there, freedom in the rain? I'm ready, feeling heavy to get ready for the thoughts, and so what now? Be in my bed, stars are shining, reach out to find what's hiding, slipping sheets side down in silence, drip down, just there behind me, toss and turn, dripping currents, wait and see what comes of yearning. Surround me all around, break the barriers, sound will ever lift doors, will ever stand my ground.
Chasing you and your idea of me. It's not the words you say or the dreams you live. No stress around that, oh, you're so full of shit. All smiles and smoke the lies and hope, cause I can finally see how good you live our life. This goddamn carefree.
Opaque and seamless peace. Nowhere to go has never been my greatest feat. A trail of memory to bend, to break, too late. I find somehow I'm missing the place I used to hate, and now I'm getting cold feet. I'm feeling my way to the ground. Will it be found? Bound and crowned. Will it be ready to pound? Sealed and drown. Guess you find out, but would you even know how? Views intersect all my down to straighten images, walking scale and telling and also slowly fade. Let's go.
say bye, bye, bye when I don't wanna leave. It is fine, 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 cause darling, I have seen these things are changing, you're the same, and this will never be. I'm tired of chasing you and your idea of me. It's not the words you say, all the things you live. No stress around that, oh, you're so full of shit. All smiles and smoke, the loves and hope, cause I can barely see how could you live our life this goddamn carefree. Though is it time to stop living a lie? Maybe it's all the same, will I ever know? I'll drop that first and face the Lord, this is my guarantee. Goodbye to chasing you, my all perfect me. So I'll say bye, bye, bye when I don't wanna leave. It is fine, 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 cause darling, I have seen these things are changing, you're the same, and this will never be.
Oh, he's very close. Don't slip off. What a king! Was that an ace?
Hey all, and welcome back. We're going to go straight to game here, but we do have LRH versus Defenseless Bisons in map 2 here. We're just getting warmed up here, but we are looking at a insane map 1 on Anubis from Bisons, who completely, subverted our expectations and just destroyed LRH. To be frank. But we are expecting a better map here from LRH, as it is their map pick onto Ancient here, and excited to see this. It should be a more banger, more close map than the last.
Yeah, definitely hoping for a more even game here, something more enjoyable.
Yeah, it is fun to watch the underdog rise, but more fun to see them struggle than rise, as the opening pick does come through. And it does look like this is, I believe it's LRH opening into the A side, and they will get this donut player, so... Oh my gosh, how a free just traded back. Oh my god, and now... What just happened?
I don't think they were expecting that many people. Hey, it's like, you've killed them, what, I don't know, I die a man, and there's 2 or 3 more. It's like, you kind of get done there. 3
headshots happened in like half a second from different players.
As Tamerlane drops a philosophical quote, as you pass the round with no impact. That's done.
Tamerlane, man. I mean, Tamerlane has been actually very impactful for this team in every map they've played, so we'll actually one of the players to look at for this Bison side, as LRH set up for an A hit here, I believe. And they are going to be... Are they in a molly? Oh my gosh, they are sprayed down by from us. And do manage to trade 2 back here with the Tech 9.
Yeah, really good setup for the guy there behind the platform bots. He kind of clucked then, like full light up on top of the tree boost. There, getting 1 is just like so good there. It's like you're expecting just to die and like leave it all in the hands of the tucked player, but getting 1 and living, it's like just a perfect round there. Yeah,
really well played. Ricky might actually be able to pick JZS here. Oh, not good for the shot, and you do not miss the shot against JZS. You will regret it. And he picks up that headshot. Yeah. And the second, and just solo retakes. Just defuses the bomb.
Yeah, I mean, I think a little bit of lapse of concentration there from Ricky. Normally, I think he hits that on a normal day, but JZS on an absolute heater from last game, carrying into this game, it seems.
Yeah. Dude, this guy's JKS pilled, dude. JZS. This guy's crazy. Holy. But
I mean, the bonus coming in from the CG side. Hopefully, this is a round LRH can look to win. They're kind of starved for rounds over the past couple of maps, but hopefully, this is their turning point.
yeah, I mean, they're gonna need it. If the momentum just keeps rolling in the way of Bisons, they just will stomp them. So they do need a turn in momentum ASAP, but they are gonna set up towards B.
I think they hear this. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're gonna be now surrounded by 5 CT players. First pick does come through, and wow, this flame coming out of A main gets another. Yeah, gets another B main rather.
I mean, so much
And-
control had here by the CTs. They have full ramp, full mid. It's like, I wonder if they're cave. And it's just like, these teams probably just feel very trapped here.
Yeah, they literally are, but V-Shifts might catch one walking up mid. No, not ready for it. These two players looking up mid will create some space for the T side as they look towards Donut. But they're a bit slow here. The rotate's coming through. Maybe they're going to look back towards B, actually. Never mind.
Yeah, Tamerlane though, he's already deep A main. It's like, I think if he plays this right, I don't think there's a chance for them, but here's the challenge.
Oh, here we go. Tamerlane gets the first. The other player low HP. Tapping away and will fall to Tamerlane's MP9.
Yeah,
The
just
third.
feeding these MP9s money, and they get the upgraded guns from the T side. I think they'll be good for a couple of rounds. Yeah, a good solid lead from Defense's Bisons. Still,
Yeah.
I want to see Train.
We do want to see Train.
Let's go LRH.
LRH, give us Train, please. But yeah, this is a completely just transformed Bisons in my opinion. They're shooting just better as well. Like they already were shooting pretty well last week, but dude, have they been just grinding the game all week? Because they are playing way more organized.
Grinding out
And-
the game in week 4 and 5 of university.
they don't care apparently. And opening trades do actually go the way of LRH here against the Rifles. And it will let them go into Donut here, but they will have to come up against Flames AK, and all of them are going to run into the meat grinder one, although only does get one, and this will be an open site.
Yeah, they still have full mid control on that mid lurker, so they should be sitting kind of safe here.
Scardo going to look for someone caught lacking. They do know he's here now.
Yeah, double clits available for CT, so they're not really pressed for time. They can look at these picks.
Oh, they do tuck in, and now they have control of the bomb. Oh my god, that is an insane shot. But Escato,
Yes, and
Does
he
trade
kind
it
of
back?
knows.
oh, looks away at the worst time, and Ricky with the spray down through the box. Finally on the board for LRH.
Yeah, just that fast mid pop. I mean, both teams have the appropriate utility knowledge for both sides. It's like this will be a good game, but I think it's just gonna come down to who's on a heater, who's shooting, and
That's
hopefully
right.
LRH can crush the momentum of Defense's Bisons.
Yeah, that was a much more solid round from both sides there. That was looked like a pretty standard play. It was good to see. So, but yeah, yeah, they did keep that mid lurk, kept that control of the map, and now aggression through onto mid is punished by 4 players or 3 players, just
Maybe not
staring at
expecting
you.
the third player there. They normally come with 2, but
Oh, and the spray down not good there, as that will give up the B site. Oh my god, 2010 fully blind, Tamerlane not missing that shot. And oh wow, the retake is already done at this point. And
Yeah.
JZS cleaning up that lurker, and they
I
just take the
honestly
side and
thought
defuse.
that long player, he flashed himself there, going for the underhand peek. I think he thought he was still flashed from his own flash, because Flames like counter flash onto that. He was looking to fight it as if he'd get unblinded.
Oh, he thought it was his own.
Yeah,
like,
he thought it was his own flash. It was
short
just like
flash.
8 seconds long for some reason, and he was just swinging it.
Yeah, he thought it was his own flash. That's so rough, actually.
Yeah, I mean that
little bit
round
unlucky.
might have been completely different, but just like Flame good flash and they kept rolling.
Yeah. And yeah, Tamerlane just like looking at this guy dabbing in front of him. Just like, I'm gonna one shot. I'm just gonna one tap this guy. Thank you. Yeah, that's unfortunate. JZS will set up this A main molly. B main rather. And yeah, much slower round from the T side. They are getting mid control here though. Looking towards Donut and upper mid here.
They should know about this gap as the player goes back to house to watch it, but I mean, yeah, good to see the Cities have a couple of different paces that they are able to play.
Yeah, and wow, they're just running into JZS's AK in Spawn. And oh, good for two, but not the third. Anson ready for that Pixel Pig.
Australian Donk is shut down.
Yes, Australian Donk is shut down indeed. Flame actually doesn't get the headshot there. And this does allow an opening for LRH into this round. 3 versus 3. They are going to move towards this donut, towards A, which is the undefended side. And meanwhile, trade in Spawn does complicate it though. Oh, they do manage to get the plant down in time. This is Tamerlane running out with the AUG. Manages to running gunning headshot.
That is kind of wild from him. Not choosing to play the retake, he wants to take that fight head on as soon as possible.
And now CI in a 1v2. Oh, they know. Oh. Probably won't be able to get both. Oh no, not if you look away like that. The instant headshot on the full HP player, then just spray transfer to Tamerlane on 1 HP, and he just, that's it. That's it, perfectly played.
Yeah, normally the smoke fade favoring the people outside of the smoke, but just that kill on the full HP guy instantly, like, really good round from Sido.
I think, I can't remember who the player was, but I think it was Flame, just like was worried about when the smoke faded, just if there was someone peeking from sight. But yeah, not aware of the corner play.
Yeah. I mean, good to see a couple of rounds from LRH. Money very strong for the Sieges, but this might be a swing round.
I will say every LRH round in this entire series has been a clutch. That's the only way they've seemed to be winning. But oh, that smoke does miss Vicious. He'll be a little bit annoyed by that, but Flame doesn't care as he's trapped in this corner with the orb. Yeah, this is very scary. You are going to get mollied out. And you're going to need help immediately. And Tamerlane will deliver, actually. Flame manages to get that flick as well. How is this falling apart for LRH? Although, Ricky, the star of the show, trades 2 back. JZS, Australian Donk, only good for 1. 2010 now in a 1v2. Oh, Scardo catches him with the back turn.
Very nice 5-7 dink at a closer, but like, yeah, Flame getting 2 in mid as the solo player after getting mollied as well. It's just like, really good. Their Tamerlane a bit overheat, but I mean, they win the round, so you can't really fault it.
Yeah.
Back to this Tech 9 Mach 10 round for LRH, which is still very dangerous as they lack their mid pops.
Yeah. I mean, LRH, they're still shooting okay, but just not better than Bisons at the moment. And now as they set up for a very fast B play here, does manage to get 1, but they are going to walk into the meat grinder of the rifles.
Smoke ban for 2 there from Cave.
Scardo knows. Scardo knows. 2010 also. Oh, it's for the knife, and yet manages to get it.
Oh my god.
Scardo.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think that entire round, the T side, they were hinging on that cave smoke there. You see the bomb there and Spawn for the longest time throwing that cave smoke. And then Stardo, he doesn't care, gets 2 through their own smoke. And then of course knifing the third, bro. Like, this guy's on now. I want trade, but like, they look too good right now.
Yeah, dude. And also, I think they're even warming up more. Like, Bisons are even warming up further. Like, they're just playing better and better, and I think maybe they're feeling the momentum. And, yeah. I mean, they're going to go to attack here. Although...
Tech here, I think they're
I think it was
players,
a tech, actually.
Yeah, having some difficulty of some sort. Hopefully this gets fixed. Only a disconnect, so shouldn't be too long. Hopefully. Yeah, but just, I mean, both teams, they look somewhat similar in their like utility and their like positioning around the map and their macro, but it's just like all these like opening duels and like multi-kill rounds are going to the side of defensive Bisons.
Yeah. Would you say that? I feel like both teams are playing very skirmishy like very very puggy, which I think actually isn't helping LRH. I think they're just the opening plays are very like contact heavy, if that makes sense. They just seem to be like really not baiting anything, just kind of everyone throwing everyone at one spot and trying to shoot better, and it just seems to be going the way of Bisons.
Yeah, it's kind of a choice here on the ancient map to kind of like take that space early as a T. You can either play fully for retake or you can play to take that map space. Both are fine choices. It's just like they have the utilities to support it, but I think some LRH players are getting a little bit too angsty. They want to take that space too quickly.
Okay.
Like you can go through the smoke with the flashes, but just like a couple seconds early, sorry, a couple seconds a bit later, you wanna throw off that timing, let them get into like almost advantageous positions and then swing them. Like in the mid play, you wanna come through the smoke after the jumping, right? You wanna like come like into B and let them push you into the position you're taking from them. It's just like I'm seeing good things from LRH, but it's just like they're one step too fast, and they also like they don't have like I've seen defensive Spartans do it. They've done aggressive B, they've done aggressive A, they've done aggressive mid, but I just think LRH they're aggressive everywhere. They don't know how to play the like the slowdown rounds and like
Exactly.
really
Yeah.
make defenses question where they are.
Yeah, definitely. They are, as I said, they are kind of just throwing everything at sort of one idea, and maybe not baiting anything, not making defenseless Bisons second guess at all. Like it's kind of just always the first guess is correct. So let's see if they can look to fix that.
Yep. The second tack of this technical has been used by the CT.
Flame's brother is still pissing.
Yep.
Jezidus is also frying chicken.
Oh, nice. It is
Nice.
lunchtime. Hopefully
Yeah.
everyone is having a nice meal while listening and watching this UCC stream.
Yep. Very nutritious meal. While these two teams also are in the middle of their match, apparently.
Yep. Oh, but we are live
Bisons
now, so
Have
hopefully.
managed to put an orb into the hands of Flame, which they will be happy about.
Another mixed force from the T side though. They like to run their money down to the zero.
It does look like they're going for something a bit more split now. Looking at 2010 to try and fake A, but they're just going to pick him out and get space here and realize it's a fake instantly. And now we'll start trying to crunch towards B, although they have managed to open up the site with a trade, and now
Through the smoke though, so like it's still advantageous
Escato
for the CT.
Escato's in a weird spot here. Doesn't know about this player. Wow! Manages to get Ricky with the just a pre-lined angle, and now Tamerlane behind them will clean up. V-Shift's also finding one in cave.
Yeah, I mean, just really well played from the CTs there. Like, the T side doesn't have too much space. Like, they have cave, but, like, they know the flank is coming. They have to do something, but it's just, like, they're getting punished by defensive Bisons with the mana permanently from the A main push.
Yeah. I mean, they also had the inferior weapons, I think, and while they tactically played it okay, they're just sort of stuck there with not enough firepower to hold the site.
Yeah, the given over guns were probably in the hands of the lower history players, which Ricky did manage to take out.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Ricky. I think it was the starter.
Yeah, Escato took out Ricky, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And we do at least have a gun around here. Not great utility, although an opening pick was that just walked onto B here, and another one actually comes down. They don't know about the third and fourth players though, and they're just running into the crosshair. Oh my god!
Massive multi by a starter there.
Escato, he has come alive.
His fingers definitely had like warm blood flowing through them now.
They are now warm. They are now warm.
Well and
Escato
truly warm.
picking up a 3k with the bomb down now. Although, is this a flank? Is that 2010? Oh, V-Shifts does get picked off.
That fit might be massive. They're not going to look behind them now.
Yeah, 2010 with this huge flank. The arm picking out. This does sort of throw a spanner in the works. 2010 will get Escato, but does he know about the second player in A main with the AWP, Tamerlane? God, Tamerlane proving he can use the AWP as well. Brilliant flick there.
Looking for his orb, you can't find it.
I was going to say, I wonder if he was looking for the AUG, but he actually picked up an AK, which I guess is fair enough. dropping the AWP over to Flame.
Plenty of money here, and I mean a massive lead, 8-10. I think the same storyline from the first map here.
We're a little bit more life, I think, from LH, but like a little bit more in terms of the rounds. I think they are playing better, but Bisons are just warmed up, fired up, and they're going to go for once again this mid aggression and get full control of mid, forcing these T's back to spawn. Scardo chooses to not peek. Oh my gosh, but meanwhile doesn't have to, as Tamerlane and Flame have picked up picks on these mid players, and the last two T's left outside A. Vicious I don't think would have heard anything here unless they ran earlier. So yeah, the B defender's just going to be staying on B, and it's down to, I believe that's JKS, JZS, to defend A.
Australian-based JKS is now on the A side.
Yes, Australian JKS, actually, it's Australian JKS. Even more Australian JKS gets the first, and now they will be aware of it. There isn't much time, but Sai does get one. Flame not allowing anything further.
Yeah, they just picked apart that shelf. I think stale from the T side. Just the flashes, nades, mollies. It's just what can you do? And then JZS also just that's his like 1v1 on ramp as well. It's just everything going for the way of defensive Bisons. Nothing really going wrong for them.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think LRH has bought full guns and down to 0 for the past 6 rounds. Maybe a little bit of tilt showing.
Yeah, maybe. I think they did eco, or at least half eco, like 2 rounds ago. But apart from that, they're just they're just throwing it at the wall. And again, the same plan. CTs get this mid aggression. Oh my gosh, nothing can go right for them. Ricky unable to get the spray down. Tamerlane getting him through the smoke, and now traded back there. Anson with 2. JZS gonna punish that missed spray.
That's just a great pick.
Yeah.
Android going back.
Yeah, that was well played. Sai will hear these players and manages only to get one though. Does take the AWP down. 2v2. Maybe not the most advantageous player. Scardo, great shot. Down to a 1v2. JZS. Oh, 2010 with the first, but not good for the second. As JZS is just too solid.
Yeah, all these rounds that like LRH at the opening, it does come down really close, but I mean, just amazing retakes from LRH. It's just simply in a class of their own here. 10-2 at the half.
And we're in for another daily quote from Tamerlane.
To doubt everything or to believe everything are two equally convenient solutions.
I mean,
that's deep.
You can't fault him, man. Like, that is so deep. and let's see. I mean, technically it's a CT sided map, kind of. So, you know, maybe like
LRH.
Maybe LRH are like, maybe they're goated on the CT side. Ricky with this insane corner peek. As it does look like it will be a B hit, but they are baiting this A quite well, but doesn't look like they'll fall for it. Oh no, they have actually. A lot of defenders rotated away. Yeah, only one. Scardo will destroy him. Flame with another. Dude, it is traded back here. Oh, need the shot. Yes, with the support now. 1 HP left on that player. As we look to finish this retake. 2v3, one low player. Oh, great shot there. And the last player low as we pick up this third round for LIH.
Yeah, close though. Bomb going down for T side, so it's still gonna be very hard going forward for LRH. They'll probably get their Mac 10s, a couple of rifles, but defensive Bison can probably very easily match that with 2 kills and the bomb down for themselves in that round. I
love that just simple bait and switch from defensive Bisons. They just throw one in donut and it literally just worked. Like, it's just very simple.
Yeah, that bush really selling it. They got a lot of damage towards that A side, so probably the A players kind of like calling for help from their B players, but I mean, they almost fell for it. One person at long stayed, he kind of smelt it.
Oh, that's annoying. LRH damaging their own team now at this point.
Like I said, almost an even buy here, so a tough round if LRH want to make the comeback happen.
Yeah, A1S's will be good at range, but in these close positions like Cave, oh, good flash. Full whited, Anson is. And
Doesn't
like,
blur the double up in cave should be good enough.
Yeah, if they swing this like with Mac 10s quickly running and gunning, it's gonna be difficult for the A1S. Though it does get one.
Did you shoot his teammate?
Yeah, and JZS though does give us a man advantage here. 1 HP left on him. I believe this is Flame. And oh, manages to stay alive. JZS and Flame in a 2v2. Oh, this CT player trapped on side. JZS so aware of the long player. Manages to get at 2010 now. 1 HP opponent.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Flame just hits the headshot with the Galil. Are you serious?
It was like 2010 was holding out for like a headshot or something, because like he was not shooting. Swing, no shoot. But
No one-
little does he know, 1 HP on Flame as he wins that round for his team.
No one calling his HP, or they just didn't know.
The third quote. A man who cannot command himself will always be a slave. I think he's quoting Art of War. A very popular book from these Australian teams. Team named after them in our ECL circuit.
Dude, this Bison side, I feel like they can see the light, they can see the finish, and they're just typing in chat at this point. They're just typing. And it looks like...
Very quiet from LRH, so no one really
Yeah.
saying anything. I think the life's evaporated from them.
I can't imagine, like, it must be so tilting, but they maybe can find some kind of foothold in this game. They are going to stack B with the pistols.
It'll be a full
And-
5v5 retake here.
Because nothing goes wrong for Bisons, they just run onto A. They cannot, just nothing can go wrong for them. And now left to 5v5 retake with pistols and an MP9. Low utility at least for Bisons, as their only SMG goes down. For some reason alone, don't know why they were doing that, but that guy was just walking alone with an MP9.
Pretty decent setup from the T's. I don't think there's a chance.
Yeah, this is really strong. I mean, you got 5 Ts in a pretty like easy to defend site.
Yeah, each player having their own position there, like no one really like restricted for space. Ricky kind of has to be happy with the Galil here. No chance he wins this.
He lives here, right? Ooh, never mind.
Yeah, and match and map point.
Yes, it is
4
serious
Bisons.
point. 12 points in this 12 rounds, just of solid, just like dominant gameplay from Bisons, and they will be looking for the 13-3. I mean, it's maybe LRH can climb a few rounds back, but I do think this is just with the way they're playing, it just seems insurmountable.
Yeah, I mean, they're aggressive, but they're always getting shut down by like the aggression of LRH. Sorry, of defense's Bisons. It's just we go again.
Yeah, JZS is actually managed to pick off in the opening, which is actually very good for LRH to get that player off the map. And a spray, wow, that was masterful. Just sprayed through the wall and killed Escato.
House Tap is going to be picked up, so maybe this is the start for LRH.
Maybe. Ricky should find this kill. Vicious not aware of this corner. Although we'll likely check it. The MP9 besting the AK at close range. Tamerlane.
No one's addressed the gap. I was wrong.
Yeah, this is... I mean, they do have a player looking A, but are they aware of this main player? Oh, no, they're not.
It's honestly
Tamerlane.
on.
Good for the
The molly.
headshot. Anson. Oh, dies in the fire. To Flame. Tamerlane picks up another. Now it's a 2v2 suddenly with the bomb side open. Tamerlane, they don't even care. They're going for the kills. They don't even try to plan. They're running at them. 2010 hiding called MP9. It is an advantageous situation for him. Only managed to get one. They're not even trying to plan.
5 HP.
And he doesn't
Oh
manage
my.
to get it. That is the most BM thing ever.
Yeah, the
Oh
the
my
house step was
God.
just unaddressed for the whole round, and like he gets that perfect timing. Like,
Dude, there was a gap in house, and man, like, the fact that they didn't even try and plant, that is disgusting, actually. Oh no. But yeah, look, well played from Bisons. They've shown they've come a long way in literally 1 week. Just so much more solid in every aspect, and they were just the better team here today against LRH.
yeah, honestly, just completely different team from last week. I keep saying this, but like it's so different. It's like these guys look 5 cohesive players, and they're playing really well.
Dude, credit to them. Like, yeah, they are genuinely just working together well, shooting well. They've got some utility down, and they just had a good understanding of just what you want to be doing on the map. So, well played to them. And you know, if you shoot better, you win. But we will take a look at bracket now, as we do see with LRH going out there, Bisons do advance to the finals against ANGW, which will happen soon, later today, I believe. And
Honestly, the amazing lower bracket run from Defense's Bison,
Dude,
getting knocked
crazy.
out in the first round to make the rematch happen against ANGW.
And I mean, 13-9 against ANGW, they've proven that they can tussle with the best. And you know, we'll be looking to get the run back against ANGW. I believe it's at 6 p.m. today, so do tune in for that. As we will see the exciting end to this bracket. Will Defenseless Bisons make the losers run and take down ANGW? And yeah, but I guess that's it from us for now. Thanks for commentating with me, Kraz.
Yep, thank you too, and we'll see you guys later.
See you guys. Thanks. Bye bye.